Oh, did you hear her American voice?
Yes.
Right, I have to be on my best behaviour now. So hello everyone, I'm Lisa Ware. I think, yeah, everyone here, except for Kathy. I'm your senior group leader. I've been in the business a long time. This November, I can't believe it, it'll be 19 years.
Wow.
Where has that gone? I don't know. I kind of hold a little bit of a personal record in the network of the, I don't know, it's about 47,000 partners. I sit with the most personal customers, well over 600. I have a massive business that's way in excess of 22,000 group customers. So I know a little bit about this, okay? And I don't say any of that to impress, but we've got Michael on here who doesn't know me from Adam. This is the first time that he's here. So I know a little bit about this, and I am the lady, very briefly, that actually created Win a Mini, which we now call 20K giveaway, because do you know it went for 15 years, folks? 15 years. That was a pretty long run. It all started in 2004 at the BIC in Bournemouth, when I had this idea of how to get out in front of the public. There was no Mini, it was Win a Mini Mini. I bought a model Mini, a Magnum of champagne, took a table out of my lounge, put it in a purple cloth, and that's what the member of the public was going for. And Steve Critchley, who's my mentor, came down to the Bournemouth, saw it, went back to our now chairman, Charles Wiggader, and said, I think we should give this away. It's a great way of reaching out to the public. And that's how it all began. So what we're going to talk about is engaging. And we're on about people skills now. And this primarily, I think, is the number one thing that will always give you prospects. And listen, let's be absolutely frank. It is not limited to standing on a stand in a high street, at a county fair, in a B&Q or home base or range. It's actually, this is across the board. This is really, really important, because the reality is, and you've heard me say this before, everybody wants to buy something, but nobody wants to be sold to. There is a real conundrum. It's incredibly British. They are the most skeptical lot out. And don't ask me why, but they are, okay? So how do we get around this conundrum? Well, it's all about building rapport. And Kev Farwell here, senior team leader, and I met up this morning in the square at Wimborne. And I don't mind admitting this. Do you know what? Even as a woman, excuse the expression, I had to grow some balls. You've got to jump out of your comfort zone, because you are literally kind of, hopefully in a nice way, invading somebody else's space. And that's not easy at all. And Kev wanted to see it happen. Come on, Lisa, what do you do? How do you engage? Now, I'm going to say this to you. Being in the middle of a square was not easy. It was easier when I did it with Annette Lancaster last week. And we were stood in a pedestrianised high street where there was a flow of traffic going this way and going that way, because they had to sort of come past us. Whereas in the square, do you know what? They could do everything to avoid you. Because if you're stood there holding a clipboard, do you know what? To the British public, oh my gosh, they want to sell us something. Is that not true? What do they have the worst fears? They're thinking of timeshare. They're thinking of, oh gosh, what's all, double glazing. There you go. You could just imagine it all, can't you? So we've got to get round this stuff. And what we've got to do is somehow strike up conversation. Now, when we're on a stand, it's very, very much a situation of, they know we're there like everyone else, and we're there to engage with the public. So it's easier, okay? It's much easier. Some people will come over. We give 20k giveaway slips that someone could be, for example, at the start of the store or at the entrance to a county show, giving them out. People say thank you, and you say, you see over there where the balloons are flying high, right, the purple stand, hand it in there and someone will enter you for free for £20,000. So we do get people coming over anyway. But when we're just out and about, it's a lot harder. So what I'm going to do is tell you about a little story that happened only on Friday. It was our very first. Kevin organised it, and it was in Saxon Square in Christchurch, which is a fairly small town, highly frequented demographically by silver surfers. Ian, I'm being kind. I've joined you. I turned 60 on Sunday.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, you've got 20 years to catch up then.
No, I've been going for years. Anyway, so we did not know what to expect. We're in unprecedented, unusual times. We have no idea what the public, how they're going to behave. There are many people that are still incredibly fearful, despite the fact that you're out in the fresh air. There are people that there's no way they'd come over and talk. And in fact, Kevin and I came to the same surmise that actually it possibly was not going to be even worthwhile trying to attempt to talk to someone with a mask on. And the reason being is you can't see their gestures, their smile. You can't see their face, what's going on. And I think these masks make everybody fearful. I think, you know, it's a ridiculous barrier, because actually humans are all about the face. You know, we are very much what happens here. That, you know, so, but there were people walking around mask free, which was wonderful. And one little old gentleman came over and we were, oh, look, someone's being fed. Could he feed me as well, please? And a little old gentleman came over. And in fact, actually, Kevin said, oh, you're going to go over? I said, yeah, all right then. But we've been having a conversation how we felt we didn't want to deal with the over 90s anymore because it can be incredibly hard work. And also, I'm always of the ilk that I would like them to have a trusted family member or friend with them, because not just for their safeguard, but for mine. Okay. But anyway, I went over, I engaged with him. He said he fancied going in the draw. And then I said to him, you're probably wondering why we're here. This company in October is giving away money. It is better to preempt the objection yourself than them saying, what's the catch? If you say to them, you're probably wondering why, that's a good thing, because that's the main thing going on. Yeah. Personally, please make a note. I feel the most important banners we should have up are everything on one bill, the services banner. That's why we're there. All right, more than any other reason. That's what should be on these stands, okay? In a way, let's be quite honest, £20,000 is a very nice thing for somebody, but it's not the motive why we're there, is it? We have to be honest, yeah? So he said yes. So I said to him, after I'd already said to him, well, if you had £20,000, what would you spend it on? And actually, he was a dear old soul. And he said to me, well, it will go towards all the money that I'm already going to donate when I'm departed of this life. And he's already decided it's all going to the Sally Army. How lovely is that? Anyway, so how did I make the transition from that to what's important? I said to him, so you're probably wondering why. And he said, yeah. Now, this is, please bear this in mind, folks. This is what I do, okay? I'm giving you what I do. I pull out a recent bill. I don't do the presenter because I believe the proof is in the eating. And ultimately, the presenter is show business, showing people our business, but it's not giving them evidence. What I do is get a bill out. They want to see evidence. That's how I view it. Always have done, always will. So I got my bill out and I showed him and I just talked him through it. And I explained why I've got the things I've got. And I explained to him that 3 years ago, I left British Gas. I was paying £26.50 a month. Now I'm paying 18. I say to folk, I've got more cover and I'm paying, you know, and about £8 less a month. It's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you want to? Same with the home insurance. Used to be with LV. More cover, paying less. Shown him my phone and broadband, to which he said, I don't have broadband. I said, that's fine. I said to him, who are you with for your phone? BT. In my head straight away, I'm thinking, he's paying top whack. Anyway, then I show him the energy and I said, who are you with? Who do you pay your energy to? Oh, well, I've only got electric. And I said, oh, right. And I'd already got his address. I said, you're in a flat. I said, have you got night storage heating? He said, yes. How do you know? I said, it was a calculated guess after so many years. I said, I bet you're with SSE. He said, yes. And he's probably thinking, how does she know that one? Well, do you know what? Somebody that's always been with BT has generally always been with the original supplier. And the regional supplier here is SSE. So I'm thinking, do you know what? He's either on Economy 7 or even worse, he's on something called Super Deal, Economy 10. Anyone on Economy 10 Super Deal, we save them fortunes. I'll just tell you the end part of this. So we go through it and I said to him, as I went through this bill, here it is, here's the line you need to write down. So you see, I've got everything nice and simple on one bill, a lovely company that's in the UK on the Edgware Road in London, people you can speak to and understand them. Isn't that nice? Oh, do you know what? One direct debit, one password. How nice is that? Ronnie, would you like it simple like that? He said, yes, I would. You ready? We need to meet. How easy is that? Do you know, I never even made that line up. Rob Barris did. Why would you ask someone for an appointment? Do you know what? Does that sound salesy or what? We need to meet. If he has said, yes, I want it nice and simple. I fancy saving money. I want it on one bill. Yeah. So I said, right, let me grab my diary. I didn't wait for anything else. Kevin saw it because he usually says, people that work with me, it's like lightning. Is that right, Kev? The diary comes out super fast. Yeah. So I get my diary out and I said, right, let's look at next week then. When's best for you? Do you work? Of course, I know he doesn't work. Can I come and see you in the day? He said, yes. So I thought the sooner the better. Let's make it today. And he said to me, 2 o'clock. Now, what Kevin witnessed was that was not it. I am giving you the stuff that matters here. If you think you've got yourself an appointment at that point, you are mistaken. You've got to consolidate it. And consolidation is what it's all about. So after I've got it and I've written it in and we've come to the 2 o'clock, I then said to him, so that's 2 o'clock, Tuesday, the 1st of June. Ronnie, is there anything that could get in the way of that time? And you know, when you're thinking of elderly people, sorry, not meaning to be bleak, but there could be doctor's appointments, hospital appointments, all sorts of stuff. And he said, no, he said, the only thing I've got to do is go out and get some shopping. So I said, is 2 all right? He said, yeah. Anyway, as Kevin knows, today I ring first thing, it goes straight to this automated voice that his mailbox is full up. Didn't even ring. And it did it 3 times. So I'm saying to Kevin, do you think I should go all the way to Christchurch? Because he probably might not be there. Anyway, just at that last moment, I tried again, and hey presto, it rang. And he answered. And actually, I got it half an hour earlier, 1:30, even better. So I said, right, Ronnie, I'll be over. Now, I'm also going to tell you, he was so reticent about doing this. Nervous is not the word. I would have loved him to have had a family member there, but to quote Ronnie, all his family have died. He's the last one left, bless him. And I said, have you got a trusted friend? He said, only my solicitor. And I thought, oh dear. I said, I'll tell you what then. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Ronnie. I'm going to do something unusual. I said, as well as taking photographs of your bills, because that's vital. I said, I'm actually going to send these pictures, attach it to an email to your solicitor. And I'm going to write to your solicitor and tell him what I've done. This is terrible, folks. Guess how much money I saved him? Only on phone and electric. £754 a year.
Wow.
Do you know what? I said to him, I felt like crying actually. I said to him, Ronnie, this is awful. I said, I wish I'd met you sooner. All these years. I said, all that money, £61 a month. I said, that's terrible. £61 a month. You're going to be better off. At the moment, you're overpaying by £61. Did you see that line? Please, this is important. Say it one way, now say it the other way. It makes more. Oh my God, I'm overpaying by £61 a month. Is that different? Has a different emphasis. When we're with folk, you've got to really sort of like help them see what they can't see. Yeah. Now, something else. This morning, we're out in Wimbledon Square, and I said to Kevin, please, I don't target old men, by the way. It just worked out this way. But there were three elderly guys sitting on a bench, not in the coffee area where everybody, you know, was with cafes. So I said, oh, come on, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go over and see what I can do. So Kevin comes over because he wants to listen. And I'm trying to remember my opening line, but I think I got my clipboard with the form and I held it like this so they could see it. I said, right, you lovely young gentleman. What would you do if I gave you right now £20,000? Because this company, by the end of October, is giving a member of the public £20,000. Would it be home improvements? Would it be a holiday? Would it be a new car, a new bike? Because they were all cyclists. Anyway, you always get the skeptical ones, but one did engage. And I gave my clipboard and a form to him, and the others took a form and my ID number was on it, because one of them said, oh, I'll be in touch with you, which I know means he never will. You know that. But this one guy filled it out. Now I'm trying to remember the conversation, but it continued. And am I correct, Kevin, that one of them said, yeah, but are they said, oh, that's it. I showed my bill. I went through it. And one of them said, well, that's not very green, is it? A paper bill. To which I said, no, I've printed this off myself so I can show people. I said, however, they're very green. They're greener than the green because they're actually planting a woodland forest in the Brecon Beacons. And every customer that comes over in addition to 100% green electric, they're planting trees. And Kevin said he noticed the way I flowed straight in to give them some more information that would help make a better decision.
Because
Yeah.
obviously he was very interested in the green concept.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got all his details. They're about to get up and go, and we're still sort of having a bit of a chit chat. And Kevin's talking about their bikes, and there were 5 of them. They're about to go off, and his name was Terry. So Terry said to me, "Yeah, I would be interested." He said, "Drop me a text," didn't he? Drop me a text. But I just let that go. And as he was getting up, I said, "I tell you what, Terry, I won't be in touch before Sunday because I'm going away on a mini holiday down to Devon." And then the other one said,
You're
"Oh,
frozen.
Lisa, you're
Okay.
freezing.
am I?"
No, I'm not frozen. Oh, there you
It's
are.
nice in this
Hello,
weather, of
Lisa.
course.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It said the internet connection was unstable. Is that better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're back.
Okay. Yeah, so I actually said, "Terry, I won't be in touch with you." By the way, do use their names. That's important. And by the way, very badly, I forgot my name badge. It's really important to have your name. All right, because that shows an openness. You're going to increase your chances 50% by having a name. I said, "Terry, I won't be in touch with you until after Sunday because I'm going down to Devon." And one of the others said, "Oh, well, hopefully the weather's going to keep nice." I said, "Oh, I do hope so." I said, "I tell you what, Terry, I promise to give you a call when I get back on Sunday." And he turned around, didn't he? And he said, "Yeah, that'd be great." So what was a perchance thing, which was going to be a text message, now he's expecting a call. And there was quite a lot of engagement. Now I'm going to say, and Annette's done it with me, you know, going out there in the street is hard. It's harder than being on a stand, isn't it, Annette?
Yep.
Yeah. I just realised you're in my garden, aren't you?
I am, yes.
We're downstairs. It's nice under there, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
I just realised where you are now. So, anybody want to ask some questions about the whole rapport thing? I tell you, the main thing is establishing what kind of person, character you've got, and building rapport and not confrontation. And the other thing is, doing this gets you in the flow. You'll hear this so much, of accepting that no's are more than yeses. And that's par for the course. But the beauty of doing what we do is we have a chance to reach out beyond our family and friends. And it's great. And you know what? I think summer has finally come, hasn't it? And we're able to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Who wants to ask some questions? Come on, throw some questions at me.
Lisa, what was the setup at the square?
There wasn't. There was me, Kevin, a purple bag with a diary and win a mini, 20k giveaway apps, clipboard, my bill. I have got the presenter, you know what I mean by the presenter, that shows about head office and all of that. What else did I have? Oh, I've got some appointment cards and I've got my piggy cards. Now I always am, I'm always ambivalent about giving out business cards, and I'll tell you why. Invariably they proffer nothing, but if you think you've got nothing, why not give some away anyway? Because it might come back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you think you're engaging with folks and there's no engagement and you can tell, give them something, because what could happen next week they could get a bill from their current supplier
Mm.
and their fixed rate has run out. And we all now know, oh my gosh, they're in for a real hard shock.
Mm.
Do you know, all of a sudden, if they've got your card, they might think, oh, well, I might as well give them a crack. Yeah.
Mhm.
What else? Who else would like to ask something? Anyone? Come on.
Lisa.
Yes.
Oh, Lisa, can I speak?
Who's that?
Can you hear me?
Oh, Ros.
Roz.
Hello. Yeah, carry on.
I followed your guidelines. I had my first wham on Saturday, which was great. Came to this gentleman. Yes, now, is there anything you think that could possibly stop this appointment from happening? Because I've booked it in my diary and I'm going to build my day around your appointment. No, that's
Excellent,
absolutely
Roz.
fine. Okay. And so, are you in contract with anybody? No. Great. Okay, well, I'll speak on Tuesday. So I rang him today. We started go through everything. And as we're going through, he says, well, I'm with Virgin. I'm not leaving them. Oh, okay. That's a shame. Why? You know, he's got BT Sport with it, got everything there. Couldn't possibly leave Virgin. Then we came onto the mobile phones and he said, well, we're with Vodafone. So I'm not leaving them. I said, what about you? Okay. What about the energy then? What's only leaves us with energy? Yes, he said, well, he couldn't give me any figures that I'd asked him to prepare because Flipper swip him round every few weeks or every few months. They swip his, so he never really has an annual usage with anybody because he's not with them long enough.
Ros,
So, yes,
I wouldn't even worry about someone like that.
no, I thought I'm going to cut my losses and run, which I did, but I was just so frustrated because I'd done,
Sorry?
made confirmed he wasn't with
Yeah.
hadn't done the thingy, and I followed the
I'm
rules.
sorry.
It's
The
frustrating.
problem is, Ros, what he's affectionately known as in the trade, he's a rate tart.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was
Alright,
going to call him a
and-
serial changer, but I let
And
you
he
have
will,
better.
he will change at every opportunity.
Yeah,
So we're not looking for those kind of customers. We're looking for people that want long-term value and trust,
yeah,
because over that 3-year period, we come out very favorably. And the one thing that matters is our cash back as well, because that underpins it. And it when people say to me, what are you paying? And I say, well, I am paying obviously rates, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm paying kilowatts. I've never looked, but the reality is my everyday spending has always effectively eliminated my electric. That's my story.
yeah.
So then when you say to someone, look, are you super smart with your money now? Have you got that facility that your everyday spending can eliminate the cost of your service?
Mm,
So it's making them think differently.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Alan,
Anything else, folks?
Alan's got his hand
Yeah.
up.
Alan,
Hi.
I've lost. Oh, hello, Alan. Hiya. Oh, yes. Look, well done.
Right. Great suggestion of using using a bill to give an example. Well. Have you got any suggestions for something I could use? Because currently I only have the electricity, mobile, and house insurance coming through on my bill. So
I'll
it's
send you one of mine, Alan.
all right.
Do you know what I'd be tempted to do, Alan? I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything wrong with that. To use the cashback card.
Only at Sainsbury's because as I don't have broadband yet, I don't get the 1%.
Right.
So I only actively use it at places where at partner stores.
Okay. Is fibre to the premises coming to yours?
I currently have FTTP, but it's with another company and I'm still in contract with them. But come September, I do intend to change because that's when I,
Is that when it comes out of contract?
yep.
Do you know you don't have to wait till September?
Oh,
Because that £200 still kicks in if you change your broadband.
right.
It's all about the broadband.
Even though I'm already a telecoms customer with,
Absolutely. Yeah.
oh,
Ring up,
okay.
speak to phone a friend, do it. If you've got fibre to the premises and Utility Warehouse could do it, do it. Don't delay. It's worth a lot to you. It's more than worth a lot to you. It's all about your business and how much possibly you're losing out by not having it. Because I'll be right. Are we allowed to speak directly, guys? Is that allowed? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the early days, we used to have really, really bad mobile phone tariffs. When I joined, there was T-Mobile, O2, and there were 15 tariffs and all of them were rubbish. Just telling it the way it was. But I believe you've got to be a product of the product. How, with any integrity, how can you recommend something that you're not using? Is that true? Yeah. So even though I could have gone with another company and had my mobile phone much cheaper, I didn't. And I used Utility Warehouse. Now, some would say, well, that's ridiculous. No, it wasn't. I've always had all the services and I've always done really well because I can say, I know what happens with them. I know how good they are. I know what's going on. I know the transfer process for each service and all the things that you do. All that stuff makes a difference, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So do it as fast as possible, Alan. All right. Anyone else? Then you can show your bill too. Anyone else got a question, or was that a bit of help? A bit of
Yeah, that's good.
talking to phone? Yeah. Okay. Well, look, we're all done, guys.
Lisa, Lorraine was trying to catch your attention.
Yes. Sorry, Lorraine. Go on then.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying, I was just going to say that when I use the cashback card, I invariably say to the person at the till, have you seen one of these cards before? And often they say no, or they've seen it and they haven't, taken much notice.
Yeah,
I bought a watch in April, and I said to the lady, because I'm buying this watch here, I will get some money off my utilities bill next month. Anyway, when I got the bill, I went in to show her. It was at Ernest Jones, and so then she got more interested in it. She said, thank you for bringing that in and showing me. And I said, if I texted you some links, would you look at it? And she said yes. So I said, when could you look at it for sure? She said at the weekend. So I said, so if I contact you on Monday, would you have looked at it? And she said yes. But when I tried to phone her, I got the answer phone. But I'm going to follow it up again today. So that's just something I've been doing.
Who would like a really great way of getting those kind of people? Because I've done it quite a few times. I almost do identical to Lorraine. I actually say to them, oh, do you know what? I just love using this card. That's why I don't bother with the others, because every time I spend money on it, it reduces my bills. It actually reduces, and it actually eliminates the cost of my electric. And people go, oh, really? And I say, yeah. I said, gosh. I said, it's a company that's just amazing. They don't advertise. Because they don't advertise, they save millions of pounds, and they pass that on and reflect it to us, the customers. Why, are you interested? And they go, yeah. I say, I've got no cards on me now. Why don't I take your name and number and I'll send you some information? And I get their name and number. And I've actually signed up quite a few checkout people. and they've become partners too. All right. It's all about you getting the situation where you're in control. And it was Wes
What do you
Linden that,
send them, Lisa?
what do I send them?
Yeah.
When they're interested in saving money, I send them usually something like, to be honest, the front of my bill, and show them what I've saved, put a little note and say, look, see how much I'm saving here. Are you seriously interested? And if they say yeah, then I ring them.
Fantastic. Would never have thought of doing that.
Well, I just think it's all about evidence. I think people, they don't want to be given flannel. They want the real thing. I've always
Yeah.
thought that.
Okay.
If people could see what's really going on, there it is. And in that engagement with a checkout person, you've already told them that spending money is giving you money off. So the front page is good enough. Obviously, make sure you obliterate your address. All right. Right, guys, it's been nice to see you again. I will see you next week because I'm only going away for 4 days, Thursday to Sunday. All right.
Have a good time.
A lovely time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A little break off. Anyway, nice to speak to you all. Thanks for coming on.
That was great, Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye.
Thank you.
Lisa,
Yeah.
Lisa, I'm going to see Amy on Friday. I'll leave a little something at Amy's that I've got for you.
Oh God, that's going to be on the recording. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Bless you, darling. Bye.
Have a good holiday.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.